Hello, the New South Wales team's been named. Danny, go through it.
All right, we got Regan Campbell-Gillard, Nathan Cleary, Damien Cook, Stephen Crichton, Tyson Frizzell, Payne Haas, Nicholas Hines, Appy Coruscant, Jerome Luai, Junior Paulo, Liam Martin, Ryan Madison, Cam Murray, Jacob Saifidi, Tarek Sims, Katoni Staggs, Joseph Suwali, Jimmy Tedesco, Brian To'o, Daniel Tupou, Jack Whiten, and Isaiah Yeo.
What are your thoughts on that? I come from a Queensland perspective, I don't mind that. That's not an intimidating team, especially what we've lined up against the last couple of years, especially 2020. Obviously, he's had the team that were meant to win 50-0 every week. 2021, you did have the team that was able to win 50-0, probably one of the better New South Wales sides he's ever put together. This team is noticeably weaker than that, I think. Especially with the Queensland team to be announced tomorrow and a lot of players in form in that team.
Yeah.
But where are you landing on this team with the likes of Tarek Sims being selected, Jacob Saifidi, no disrespect to them, but they're being brought into the side, and obviously some big admissions in Jake Travojevic, Josh Adokar, and others. What are your thoughts?
With Tarek Sims, I guess he did a job for him last year, but that was because Tyson Frizzell was injured.
Yeah.
Me personally, I wouldn't have him in the side. Jacob Saifidi, I think he would have only been brought in because his brother Daniel.
We talked about this. There's a scenario where Daniel goes down, and they're sitting there going, "Who's a player that's similar to Daniel Saifidi? Who's a player that looks like Daniel Saifidi? Maybe grew up with Daniel Saifidi. Maybe is the exact same specifications as Daniel Saifidi, maybe his twin brother. That's why I think he's in the side.
Yeah. Someone that knows his tendencies.
Yeah. Tarek Sims, we had these same conversations last year when he got picked.
Yeah.
Because it was a surprise last year, and then we're sitting here going, really, Tarek Sims? And then he come out in that game one, he played really well. So maybe again, but I just think there's other players out there, and there's rumours that he'll make the side over Liam Martin, because this is just the squad. That if Liam Martin, is it next Wednesday? No, the Wednesday after.
It's
if
10
Liam
days.
Martin, in 10 days' time, if Liam Martin isn't on that field in 10 days' time, I don't know rugby league football at all.
Mate, I'm with you there. How does Liam Martin not get a start over... well, this is just if he doesn't.
Yeah, speculating.
How does he not get a start over Tarek Sims? I think Tarek Sims, he's not too bad. He was struggling to get a spot at the Dragons this year.
Yeah.
Earlier in the year. So for him to get a start over Liam Martin, who's been great for Penrith, I don't know.
Let's talk about some positives out of this side. I think the centres are a big thing here. I think we can assume Stephen Crichton and Katoni Staggs will be the centres for New South Wales. I was of the belief, especially for Katoni Staggs, with Latrell and Turbo out, if not now, for Katoni, when? So you had to take a chance at some point. This was the moment for him, and I thought Stephen Crichton combinations probably lended to him being picked there. In his own right, he's been outstanding, and he's played in a lot of big games, so deserves to be picked. But your thoughts on Katoni Staggs in particular? I think it was his time to be picked.
Yeah, for sure. And he's been killing it at club level anyway. He's been great.
Yeah. What's your predicted side for this team?
All right. Obviously, I think the back three is pretty straightforward.
Yeah.
They picked one fullback. That's James Tedesco and two wingers. So that'd be Brian To'o.
That's a big
Tupou.
That's a big selection as well. Daniel Tupou.
Yeah, over the Fox.
He's outstanding.
Yeah, I still would have picked the Fox. But you brought up a good point that Queensland probably going to have Xavier Coates and Selwyn Cobbo on the wings.
Yep.
And obviously those two are great in the air. So you'd want kind of like a tall winger to
negate that a little bit.
Yeah. Well, you can't really negate it. Like they've got Selwyn Cobbo and Xavier Coates. They're the best wingers in the air, I think.
Now they've picked Suwali. Do you think there's any hope he plays? Because he's been great in the air as well. And if you're really thinking about that aerial battle, Suwali, you can do worse than Suwali and Tupou.
There's no way.
To'o has not had as much impact on the game as he did last year. So far, he started the year injured and missed a couple of weeks. But he's not the same player he was 12 months ago right now.
There's no way you'd bring in Suwali to start over Toto. There's no way. Well, you talked about combinations earlier.
Yeah, that's true.
So
All
I
right,
mean,
keep running through your team. But
Yeah.
just needed to mention that Daniel Tupou's a big shock, I reckon, for a lot of people.
yeah, me too. For me, definitely. So Tupou and Toto on the wings. Centers obviously Crichton and what's his name? Katoni.
Yep.
The halves straightforward. Jerome Luai, Nathan Cleary. In the front row, it'll be Payne Haas, and I still think that we picked the front rowers. Payne Haas and Junior Paulo.
Yeah, okay.
The back row, I hate to say it, but Tarek Sim's name is on that list. He will be starting.
Yeah, he's not coming in like to be around the squad. That's what I was thinking too. If you got a veteran name there, he's not coming just to be a part of the week. He's coming to play.
Yeah, and I think Cameron Murray, he will be starting in the back row as well with Zayo at lock. Do you want me to do the bench as well?
Yeah, I think we could probably try and pick a bench here. I think Regan Campbell-Gillard will be on the bench, in my opinion. And Jackie Whiten will be on the bench.
No Nicholas Hines.
I think Jack Whiten will be on the bench over Nico, and Nico will be in the 18 again. And here's why.
Yep.
Ricky said in his post-match press conference that they said, "Oh, you expecting not to have Jack and
Josh.
Papa?" Yeah, Jack and Josh Papali'i this week, and he said, "Yeah, that's what." Pretty much said that's what I've been told.
Surely 18th man though.
I got to feel, and Freddy loves him. Freddie does love him.
He's a big rangy half.
And
can fill in a lot.
He
a lot
almost
of positions.
offers you more off the bench than Nico, because he can play in the halves. He can play virtually anywhere in the back line, or pretty much anywhere in the back line, and you can play him lock, and you can play him on the edge. I think, and if you can play him lock, you can play him in the front row off the bench. So, I think he offers you more in that utility space than Nico would.
I guess, yeah. So,
And he's playing good footy.
he's playing very good footy. I mean, the Raiders were playing pretty good footy. They're on a bit of a winning streak there before tonight. So you're going Jackie Whiten in the 14.
I'm thinking they've brought Jack Whiten in, and I think Nico is the unfortunate 18th man again. I think he's the 18th man in the grand final. He's been the 18th man in an Origin decider already. No, not in a decider, but in a game. And I think it's going to happen again. We need 2 more bench spots here.
I will go Ryan Madison
Yeah, okay, so Ryan Madison gets a debut.
and Tyson Frizzell. I can't leave Tyson Frizzell out of there.
Can you believe you just said Tarek Sims will start over Tyson Frizzell?
Oh no.
I agree with you, though. I reckon I'll start Tarek.
Tyson's just there's literally 3 other back rowers better than Tarek Sims there.
Yeah. I think it is criminal that Liam Martin is not... is reported to not feature in this side. Still 10 days is a long time. Freddy, have a think about it. Sleep on it. I think Liam Martin's a great choice. Jake Travojevic, there will be talk about him missing out. You know my thoughts. I've voiced it to you. What's your thoughts on Jake missing out?
Well, there's a point in your career where you kind of got to like move aside, let those younger players in. Like that's just how it goes. Like he's still a good player, yeah, but there's younger, better players out there that I think deserve a spot over him.
That I think offer more at this point in their career. I know you give him that Blues jersey and he'll tackle everything that can move. Okay, and that's what he'll do. But you cannot sit there and say this year he has done enough to play for New South Wales. Well, there's probably, you could say probably the same about Tarek, but he's on track to miss the most tackles he has ever missed in a year, which is his trademark, his defence. He's on track to miss the most tackles he's ever missed. He's on track to make the least amount of meters he's ever made. He's on track for the least amount of post-contact meters he's ever made. He has not one tackle break to his name this season. In almost averaging 80 minutes a game, he has not one tackle break. He has had one offload this season. He is down in every single measurable statistic. Jake Trbojevic is down this season.
Not kicking meters, though.
Not kicking meters. He's on track for maybe a career high in kick meters. I feel for him, and I know he's a great bloke, and he's great for rugby league. And you listen to him talk after games. I love when they get him on the mic. He's passionate. He could not be picked. He didn't do nearly enough to be picked, in my opinion. And I think we'll wrap it up there. Tariq Sims, New South Wales, great hope. I'm excited. I'm really excited. We'll be back with the team tomorrow for Queensland. Thanks for joining in. Denny, Queensland 3-0, baby.
No, thanks.